Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing the 13 Haunted Projects of Halloween. I'm on number 12. I cannot believe I'm on number 12 already. Time is like flying by. But today we are going to make these cute little candy wrappers. So this one fits, let me pull it out here, nice and snugly, by the way, a 1.86 ounce Snickers bar. So it's pretty much the standard size Snickers bar. I think you could probably do a Milky Way, maybe a, what do they call those, Three Musketeers. It might work for those as well. But it definitely fits the Snickers bar nice and snug. So this is our first candy wrapper we're going to make. And then the second wrapper we're going to make here is for York Peppermint Patty, which is a 1.4 ounce, or I found it also fits the 1.5 ounce Kit Kat bar. I'm so excited. I thought I was going to have to make another one for the Kit Kat bar, but I don't. So this fits a York Peppermint Patty or a Kit Kat, and this will fit your Snickers bar, and I'm pretty much thinking a Milky Way or a Three Musketeer. I mean, you'll have to try it out, but definitely fits the Snickers. So let's get started. We're going to create this one first that you see here, the Treat Yourself, and I used the Beautiful Nights paper pad that my friend Misha from Scraps and Things One, hi Misha, had sent me in a little trick-or-treat package along with some other goodies. Misha, thank you so much for my trick-or-treats. I love it, and like you see here, I'm already using the stuff you sent me. So thank you again so much. The Beautiful Nights is from American Crafts. Also, really quick, she made me this adorable Halloween card. Isn't that cute? Absolutely love it. Love it. But that's the paper pad I used, in case you're wondering. And in the paper pad, it had these cute little sayings, ephemera that you could cut out. And that's what I used for the Treat Yourself and the Trick or Treat sentiment here. And then I just used some little orange buttons I had in my stash, and this black and white gingham ribbon that I purchased from Peppermint. And okay, so let's get started on this size here. I'm going to set this out so we can kind of look at it and get my scoreboard. Okay, so the sheet that you're going to need to start off with, and I have them all here, this little owl clip, is a sheet that measures 6.5 by 3 7/8. Now you're going to line it up in the 6.5 inch mark here, and we're going to score at 2 5/8. And then again at 3 inches, 5 5/8, and then again at 6 inches. Okay, let me move my scoreboard, and I'm going to fold up my score lines. And then before we put it together, I'm actually going to mat up my pages. So you should have something that looks like this. And then you're going to have this 1/2 inch piece here. This 1/2 inch piece is where we're going to add some two-sided tape. And we're going to close up the box. But before we do close up our little candy wrapper, I am going to mat my candy wrapper. It's much easier to mat before you put it together. So these little tiny slivers here that go on the side of our candy wrapper. They measure 3 3/4 inches by 1/4 inch wide. I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid glue on there. Put it on our first side panel. And then I'm going to do my second side panel here. These are so nice because you could do these in any theme. You could use these for favors, party favors, and just decorate your, candy bar wrappers. Teacher gifts. These make awesome teacher gifts. Co-workers make some in like Christmas theme, Hanukkah, Easter, Thanksgiving, any theme you want really for a birthday. They're really cute to add into our packages that we send for swaps. Send a little treat along with it. Okay, so now this first mat that I used here, this size, that measures 3 3/4 by 2.5. And you're going to measure both of those out. So you'll need 2 of those and 2 of the skinny ones. Okay, I'm going to line that up there. And then we're going to move on to our Snicker bar wrapper. I'm not eating candy. My husband and I are not eating candy. We are on the low carb, low sugar. We're trying not to call it a diet because we really would like to continue this for a long haul. But anyway, we've both been on it since beginning of July, and we've lost over 50 pounds, the both of us. So we're doing great. But I bought these specifically for this, so I'm going to give them away tomorrow so I'm not tempted. Okay, so in order to close our box up, or our candy wrapper, we're going to pull this off. And what I did was I just flipped the first and second panel closed, and then I'm just going to flip this one right there. And we have closed our candy wrapper. And then you could decorate it however you want. I used a little bit of dimensional foam tape under this ephemera piece, and then, like I said, made my bow with my little orange button there. And this not only fits the the York Peppermint patty, but it also fits the Kit Kats, which is really great. So you get 2 different candy bars in there. Okay, so those are done. Let's move on to the Snicker bar wrapper, and I have that clipped up and ready to go. I'll just put this guy front and center here. Get out our scoreboard again. Okay, let's put our mats aside. For your Snicker bar wrapper, you're going to want a sheet of cardstock that measures 4.5 by 5 inches. All right, we're going to line it up at the 4.5 inch mark. You're going to score at 1 1/4. Again at 2 inches. 3 1/4. And again at 4 inches. Okay, 1 1/4, 2 inches, 3 1/4, and 4 inches. And it'll give you that 1/2 inch piece that we use to close, as our flap. And we're also going to decorate this candy bar wrapper before we close it up. Just makes life a little easier. Okay, so on our 1/2 inch flap, I'm going to put my 2-sided tape on right away. Okay, and then the side panels here, as you see, the little spider panels, those measure 4 7/8 by 5/8 of an inch. Add a little bit of liquid glue. I love making these kind of things. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of fun to give somebody a treat that looks really cute too. Putting them in stock, ooh, they would make great stocking stuffers, right? Okay. And then our next panels for the front and the back of our box or a wrapper, they measure, let me make sure I'm looking up the right one, 4 7/8 by 1 1/8 of an inch wide. And then we'll close this up. Like I said, I only had the Snickers bar. I didn't have a Milky Way or a Three Musketeer, but I think a lot of the candy bars are pretty much a standard size. You know, the bigger ones. They do have those super mega ones that I've seen. Okay. And again, we're going to peel our double-sided tape off. Close down 2 flaps and then just flip this piece right over. And there we go, guys. We have our Snickers candy bar wrapper, Kit Kat, and York Peppermint Patty. So I hope you guys will try these. Have fun making yours. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching and happy crafting.